Isn't that a wonderful piece? Let's give a big round of applause. And please come to the stage and tell us more about the wonderful film we just saw.
Thank you so much, Mr. McIngvale. One of the last photos on there in that film was Joanne Carter, who many of you are used to seeing up here during this time. She could not be here this evening. She is in Tokyo with partners from 7 other organizations, and she's going from there to London, where she's part of the committee for the board for the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, TB, and Malaria, and they are choosing their new executive director. So she sends her regards, misses you all, and wishes she was here. But instead, you have me? As you saw in the video, Results is a movement of passionate, committed, everyday people who use their voices to influence political decisions that will bring an end to poverty. Over the years, thanks to support from donors like you, our Results advocacy has helped cut in half the number of deaths from preventable childhood diseases globally and has expanded access to Medicaid in the U.S. And we look forward to hearing more about healthcare needs in the U.S. from Dr. Nuila. Results advocacy has helped give kids a good start by eliminating school fees globally and preserving funding for early childhood education in the U.S. Results advocacy has empowered parents by expanding access to microfinance globally and expanding the earned income tax credit in the U.S. How do we do this work? Results members advocate for legislation that will bring an end to poverty by raising awareness of the issues in our communities through events like this one. Results members advocate by working with the media. This year alone, you saw during the credits, Results volunteers have published over 500 pieces of media across our country. Our media work ensures that our members of Congress read in their local papers that ending poverty is a priority to their constituents. Results members advocate by meeting with their members of Congress. And so far in 2017, activists have held hundreds of meetings on both sides of the aisle with their members of Congress. At Results, we often describe what we do as dirt work, dirt work, dirt work, miracle! And here's an example of a miracle that you donors made possible just last month. Results is known for a long time that the U.S. government's work in global education needed more direction and oversight. For the last 10 years, the Results ally in Congress has introduced an Education for All bill every congressional session. And despite our best efforts, these bills never made it very far. This year, early this year, our Texas Congressman, Michael McCall, was one of 10 representatives who introduced a new education bill, this time called the READ Act, a catchy acronym for Reinforcing Education Accountability in Development. The bill passed the House unanimously the very next day. We asked our senators to support the bill, and the Senate, too, passed the bill unanimously. But the Senate added some amendments, so it had to go back to the House for another vote again after the Labor Day break. With all that was going on and needed to happen in September, I feared that our bill would be forgotten due to other priorities. But instead, surprisingly, Congress chose the READ Act as the perfect vehicle to carry the other urgent issues, such as Hurricane Harvey relief, raising the debt ceiling, and funding to keep the government going after September 30th. Leadership chose the READ Act precisely because of its strong bipartisan support in both chambers. Congress passed it. President Trump signed it into law. Our nonpartisan advocacy work showed once again that Democrats and Republicans, senators and representatives, can work together and get things done. That and 10 years of dirt work by Results volunteers created a miracle. So since we have all these wonderful, committed volunteers, and we don't do hands-on anti-poverty work, you may wonder, why do we need to raise funds at tonight's benefit? All our proceeds from our benefit will fund Results' small and deeply committed staff in Washington, D.C. Results staff does in-depth research on issues, solutions, and promised progress. Results staff provides legislative expertise to help draft policy and guide volunteers on the most timely actions. Results staff empowers us volunteers with training, support, and inspiration to become skilled advocates and use our voices to influence political decisions that will improve access to health, education, and economic opportunity. The work of Results needs us all now, whether for action through advocacy or support financially. Lowering child deaths to $16,000 a day now from $40,000 a day 30 years ago is not enough. No child should die of a preventable cause. Stopping cuts to SNAP, Medicaid, and Head Start is not enough. The U.S. government policy should make sure that the most marginalized in our country come first, not last. We can't lose sight of what is possible. It is all possible, but not guaranteed. So thank you for your support that keeps the Results vision of ending poverty strong. Now I have the pleasure of turning the program back to Mr. Mackingbell.